Hey guys, it's Lori. I thought I would just sit down and chit chat for a few minutes today. I wanted to get you guys updated on what's going on with the COVID situation in the house and just kind of tell you what I've been up to today and things that have been like on my mind. Nothing major, just things that need done. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. So if you didn't already know, my grandson tested positive for COVID, and today is actually the last day of quarantine. So that's awesome. I don't have any symptoms whatsoever. I feel perfectly normal. John feels perfectly normal. And Hayden's symptoms were very mild the entire time. He just had a low-grade fever for a couple of days and no more fever after that. And he's just stuffy. He had a nosebleed last night. I think it's just because, he's been so stuffy and it's just, winter time and the heater's running and it's just the furnace or whatever. And it's just a little drier in the house anyway. But anyway, other than that, his voice is a little scratchy and he's really tired. That's the main symptom is he's really tired. He's actually out doing some schoolwork right now. He's doing his schoolwork online, and his last day of school before Christmas break is tomorrow. But they said, you know what? We're not going to have him come back for that one day. We're just going to go ahead and excuse him and we'll see him next year. It's like, okay, so he doesn't go back to school until January 3rd. It's like, wow, he got a long Christmas break, but he hasn't felt the greatest either for the last 10 days. So there's that. I want to mention that I did have a comment a couple of days ago about me being quarantined, but yet I'm out and about doing things. I can see where it would definitely look that way because I know more than told you about he had tested positive for COVID, and then the next day or a couple days later, here I am out and about, running to the vet and running here and, doing the Dollar Tree haul and stuff like that. And it makes it look like I'm just completely ignoring the fact that we have COVID in the house. But I am quarantined. To explain how that works with me, I actually recorded videos ahead of time. I record in advance, and I had a couple of videos that were already recorded and not edited. I know for sure one, which was my Dollar Tree haul, that was shopped already and sitting in my house for a few days and not even recorded yet. So I haven't been out gallivanting around when I'm supposed to be sitting here on quarantine. I have been right here. I had to cancel jobs and, the whole bit. So I just wanted to make that clear because I don't want anybody to think I'm just, going out and spreading the virus. I don't think I have it because I don't have any symptoms, but that doesn't mean I'm not carrying it, So I just want to make that clear. I am not going out and spreading the virus to other people. That being said, I will tell you this, and I don't want any backlash from this, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it's true. I'm going to be honest. John's been going to work the entire time. Why? Because their COVID restrictions were lifted months ago. They have absolutely no policies for COVID, and if he doesn't have any symptoms, he's just supposed to go to work. So unless he has a fever, he's supposed to go to work. Their attendance policy is on a point system. If you miss a day, you get a point. After, I'm not sure even how many points, if it's 10 or what, but after so many points, you're fired. It's that simple. They don't have any COVID things going right now. There have been people with COVID there's been cases, and they tell you when there's a case. They don't tell you who it is. They tell you there was a case. And I don't know how they're handling it. Like with those people, like for their days off, they're getting points. Are they taking personal time, vacation? What? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe some of them are losing their jobs. I don't know. But because you don't know who the person was. So you wouldn't know if that person lost their job or not. Could have been an office person that you never see or somebody, I don't know. But anyway, that's the policy there. If you're not running a fever, you go to work. If you don't go to work, whether it's COVID or whatever it is, you get points. If you quarantine for the entire 10 days, when you have no symptoms and you're not sick at all, or even if you were, I suppose, but if you quarantine, take your 10 days or however many days is required, it's 10 days according to the doctor. So 10 days from the day the symptoms started. Anyway, if you took your 10 days, you would have enough points to be fired. Simple as that. John needs a job. So he went to work. He's been going to work. Neither one of us are sick. Has he carried the virus to somebody? I don't know. He doesn't know either. but that's their policy there. What can I say? So here I sit in the house for the last 10 days. I'm used to going out, kind of out gallivanting around on the daily. So I haven't been doing that lately. Anyway, yeah, I did do that Walmart pickup that I recorded, but I'm just kind of, here I am. So I'm getting a lot of stuff done around the house. Today I've been doing some housework, cleaning the kitchen, like your basics, putting the dishes away and loading whatever happens to be in the sink into the dishwasher, and just cleaning up basic stuff in the living room. And I do have a garland, a Christmas garland that has lights in it. I can't find it. It's in one of the totes that I have upstairs. I was going through, I have a stack of 3 or 4 totes. I have so many Christmas totes, it's ridiculous. But I have a stack of about 3 or 4 of them that most of the stuff in them, I'm probably just getting rid of. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to donate some of it. I'm probably just going to throw away, to be honest. But, I keep everything. I'm so sentimental, I guess, that I just don't throw anything away. I did sit here last night and make some fake peppermint candies that I just love them. They're sitting right here next to me. I sat them here on some racks to dry overnight, and they're all dry now, and I'm going to use them for decorations out in the kitchen. This year, I am just taking the decorating thing slow and doing a little here and a little there. Usually I like to get everything out, sit all my totes in the middle of the living room and decorate the entire room, and whatever I'm going to decorate, like to do it all in one day. And not this year. I'm taking it slow and just getting it done, and if it gets done, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, I guess. I'm not going to stress about it, but I'll show you one of these peppermint things. So I used these styrofoam disc thingies that I got in a 2-pack from the Dollar Tree, and some napkins that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby. And it's a 50-pack of napkins for like $5.99, but it was 50% off. So I paid like $3 for 50 napkins, and you get 4 of these out of 1 napkins. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And so, these things cost next to nothing to make. And this is what it turned out like. It's just Mod Podged. I Mod Podged the napkin. I took it apart. Like, there's like 2 layers to the napkin. You tear apart the layers, so you only have one really super thin piece. Cover this thing with Mod Podge and put the napkin on, and it's gonna rip really easy. So I just kind of went like this and kind of got the air bubbles out as much as possible, and it worked out really good. I can see some like wrinkles and stuff in it if you look really close, but who's gonna look this close to see that there's some wrinkles in there? You can see that wrinkle right here. Nobody's going to look that close, especially because they're going to be up a little higher anyways. And it does go down the side part way, but not quite all the way. But that's fine too. Nobody's going to notice that either. I love them. There's 8 of them sitting here, and they're pretty good size, as you can see. Anyways, I did those last night. I was just sitting here deciding I'm going to sit here and watch some Netflix, and those things were sitting in front of me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put these together right now. So I did. But anyway, I also have these ornaments. I've got them sitting right here because I'm going to somehow incorporate these ornaments in with that. I don't know if I'm going to put these into a garland. I haven't decided that yet. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants with Christmas this year. But I'm all right. I'm all right with that. Yeah. Just trying not to stress over anything. And I did get my shopping done pretty early this year, so I was really happy about that. Not early, but earlier than usual. Let's put it that way. I have been off all these days and I still don't have anything wrapped. I don't know. I just don't have anything wrapped. But I could have had all of my gifts wrapped, but nope. So today I had these huge totes that were sitting in my living room. I showed you guys these flowers a long time ago. I just thought of that. They're in huge totes, and they were from my aunt's house. And there's 2 humongous totes full of Christmas flowers. Beautiful Christmas flowers. And my daughter and I were going to make arrangements for the cemetery, and she wanted to make my aunt's because her and my aunt were like really close. And my aunt always treated her like she was her own. She just always did. And anyways, she was going to make the arrangement for my aunt's headstone out of my aunt's flowers, which I thought was a pretty good idea. But then the COVID thing happened and she didn't come over and do it. So it's like, you know what? There's no sense in putting them out there for a week. Seriously. I mean, I feel kind of bad about it, but I just don't see a reason to put them out there for a week. But I don't know. If she comes over in the next few days, we can get them back down from the attic, because I took those totes up there to the attic and they're kind of a pain in the neck to get up there, because our attic is one of those things with a door that's cut in the ceiling and you pull it down and fold out the steps. So there's this hole that's about the size of the tote that I need to fit that tote through while I'm standing on that wobbly ladder. It's not going to go anywhere. The ladder's not going to go anywhere. It just feels a little wobbly. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to shove it through that hole and then actually get it up there and have it sit on the rafters, because it's one of those, there's no floor, you know, you got to have everything on the rafters. Oh my goodness. Where is this chit chat headed? What was my point? I think it was just that I put those totes away. That was one of the things I did today. Oh my gosh. Other than that, I still don't have my living room completely decorated the way I usually do, but I want to find that garland. It's in one of my totes upstairs, and I'm just not sure which one. I was going through the ones with stuff I want to get rid of, and there's a couple other ones that I haven't looked in yet, and I'm hoping that that garland is in there. If it's not, I don't know what I did with it. If it's in the attic, it's staying there, and that's all there is to it. Okay, I'm going to stop babbling now, and I will see you again tomorrow.